My beloved child, I call to you as the one who breathed life into the dust and painted the heavens with countless stars. I am the Lord your God, eternal and unchanging, the same yesterday, today, and forever. In the vastness of my love, I have never turned my face from you. Even in the shadows of your doubt, even in the moments when you felt abandoned, my presence surrounded you like the morning mist clings to the earth. You were never alone, though the weight of your sorrow tried to convince you otherwise. Today, I ask you to hear my voice anew. Open the chambers of your heart and let my words resound like a symphony of hope, stirring the embers of faith that still burn within you. I see the unspoken desires of your soul, the prayers whispered in the stillness of the night, and the tears that have fallen in secret. Every sigh, every ache, every longing, I have gathered them in my hands, and I have not forgotten. Know this, my beloved. I am closer to you than the breath that fills your lungs, nearer than the thoughts that drift through your mind. I am the healer of your wounds, the lifter of your head, and the strength of your weary spirit. I will guide you through the valleys of despair and set your feet upon the mountain of victory. My desire has always been to bless you, to pour out my mercy like rain, and to fill your days with the wonder of my presence. Do not let your eyes wander from my promises, for they are a foundation that cannot be shaken, a rock beneath your feet even in the fiercest of storms. I am the God of miracles, unchanging through the tides of time. What I have spoken in ages past remains true for you today. My wonders are not relics of history. They are gifts waiting to unfold in the lives of those who dare to believe. Do not let doubt rob you of the inheritance I have prepared for you. My word is a lamp in the darkness, a beacon that will guide you safely home. When sorrow presses against your heart like a heavy cloak, and when discouragement whispers lies into your ear, remember that I am the one who lifts you up. I speak peace to your troubled mind and healing to your broken spirit. Let all fear and anxiety flee in the light of my presence, for I am your refuge and your strength. When the horizon ahead seems clouded and uncertain, trust that I am the author of your story. I am weaving together a tapestry of grace, orchestrating every detail, every encounter, every opportunity for your good and my glory. Even when you cannot see the outcome, rest in the knowledge that my hand is at work, shaping a future filled with hope and blessing. Yes, there is an adversary who seeks to steal your joy and shake your faith. He whispers that you are unworthy, that your future is dim, that your faith is frail. But hear me now, my child, those are lies. Stand firm in the truth I have declared over you. You are my delight, my treasure, the one in whom I rejoice. I, the King of Glory, stand beside you, shielding you from every fiery arrow of despair. Rise up, my beloved, for you are not called to remain in the dust. You may feel weak, but my strength is made perfect in your weakness. With me, you will scale mountains and break chains. When you speak my word over your life, the forces of darkness scatter, and the light of my presence shines brighter than the deepest night. If you grow weary, remember that my arms are everlasting, ready to hold you, to restore your soul, and to lead you into a place of peace. Every battle you face, I face with you. Every obstacle the enemy throws in your path, I turn into a stepping stone for your triumph. Do not fear, for I am the Lord who fights for you. Each day you stand at a crossroads, a choice between faith and fear, between the promises of your Father and the lies of the enemy. Will you trust in the one who parted the seas, who calmed the raging storm with a single word? My power has not diminished. My love for you has not waned. The voice that stilled the waves speaks peace to your heart, even now. Fix your gaze upon my faithfulness. Let my promises be the anchor for your soul. Meditate on my word with every sunrise. Let it nourish your spirit and ignite a holy fire within you. In the light of my truth, chains are broken, wounds are healed, and new beginnings are born. Where you see closed doors, I open gateways to blessings beyond your imagination. I know the path you have walked, the burdens you have carried, the battles you have lost. But do not dwell on what is behind you. Lift your eyes to me, for I am doing a new thing. Even now, streams are springing forth in the desert of your soul. Trust me, my beloved, for I am your God, and I will never fail you. Failures and missed opportunities may weigh heavily upon your heart, yet I, the Lord your God, am the one who makes all things new. I summon streams to flow through barren deserts, and I carve pathways through the wildest wilderness. I breathe life into the dry bones of your broken hope, commanding them to rise again with strength and purpose. The road I set before you is not one of despair, but of peace and serenity, illuminated by my presence. My light dispels every shadow, and where doubt once reigned, my truth brings clarity. You wonder if true change is possible, if freedom from the chains of past mistakes and regrets can ever be yours. My beloved, I have placed within you the power to rise above. My spirit dwells in you, granting strength beyond your understanding. In my presence, the old passes away, and you are reborn as a new creation. Release the burdens of anger, resentment, and fear. Instead, cling to love, mercy, and gratitude. Walk this journey step by step with me. Though you may stumble, I will catch you and set you upon the firm path again. When the noise of the world drowns out your voice and others pass by without a glance, know this: my eyes are always upon you. You're not forgotten, nor will you ever be. I have engraved your name on the palms of my hands, and my plans for you are woven with beauty and purpose. Let this truth resound within you until every shadow of rejection is dispelled. Even if others have failed to see your worth, cast you aside, or spoken cruel words, I, the King of Heaven, declare your value is beyond measure. Stand tall, my child, and lift your head high, for you are redeemed by my love. The accusations of others are but whispers compared to the glorious identity I have bestowed upon you. Let my love define you, filling your heart so completely that all insecurity fades like the morning mist under the rising sun. You have felt weak and doubted your ability to endure the relentless trials of life. Yet, consider the flower in the hidden valley, buffeted by wind and rain. It stretches toward the sunlight each day, finding nourishment unseen by human eyes. So too do I supply your soul with the sustenance it craves. My spirit infuses your being with life and strength, empowering you to surpass what you thought possible. Do not shy away from your weaknesses. Bring them to me. Place your frailty upon the altar of my grace, and watch as I transform it into a platform for my glory. When you acknowledge your inability to walk alone, you open the door to experience the fullness of my sustaining hand. Lean on me, not on your own understanding. My reserves of grace are endless, ready to fill every void and carry you through every obstacle. When doubts whisper that you are unworthy, or that the challenges ahead will overwhelm you, silence them with the truth of my word. Immerse yourself in my presence, and let my peace envelop you. Be still and know that I am God. Breathe deeply of my spirit, exhaling every care that torments you. You are never alone. Even in moments when no friend stands beside you, when family fails to understand, or when isolation seems to surround you, I am there. My love is an embrace warmer than any blanket on a cold night, shielding you from the icy darts of fear and despair. Your prayers for your family, your cries for their struggles, and your tears have not gone unnoticed. I have heard every word, felt every sorrow, and held every hope you have offered before my throne. The ones you love are precious to me, and I am working even now in their lives. Think of seeds planted in a vast garden. Though you cannot see their roots, growth is happening beneath the surface. Some changes may come swiftly, others more slowly, but trust that I am faithful to complete the work I have begun. Declare with confidence that you and your household will walk in the goodness of my promises. The world may seem chaotic and uncertain, filled with conflict and confusion. Rumors of disaster may sweep across the land, bringing anxiety to many hearts. But I call you to see with eyes of faith. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. Fear cannot dwell where my presence abides. Trouble may come, and seasons of difficulty may arise, yet my peace remains unshaken. Let it anchor your soul, keeping you steady amidst the storm. Remember my son who walked upon the waves of a raging sea. He was not overcome by the storm, and neither shall you be. I uphold you, ensuring you remain steadfast, unshaken by the tremors of a fearful world. Your mind is a battlefield where thoughts vie for control, some drawing you closer to me, others pulling you into discouragement. Do not allow negativity to rob you of the joy I have placed before you. Worry will not prepare you for tomorrow. It will only drain your strength for today. Instead, fix your thoughts on me, for I am the source of life, hope, and peace. Trust in my faithfulness, and you will find the resilience to press on. Though the storms rage and shadows fall, my love remains constant, a guiding light, a warm embrace, and a refuge for your soul. Rest in me, my beloved, for I am with you always. Today, let your heart awaken to the boundless blessings I have poured upon your life. Set your mind on that which is true, noble, and pure, on all that is praiseworthy and eternal. Look back and see my hand in every moment of your journey, through the raging storms that threaten to overtake you and the silent miracles I orchestrated, many of which you may not have even perceived. Let the echoes of my faithfulness resonate within your soul, crowding out every seed of anxiety. Allow gratitude to rise as a shield before you, a radiant reminder of my goodness and the mercies that are renewed with every dawn. Perhaps you feel weighed down by the chains of your past, by failures that seem insurmountable, by habits that cling to you like shadows, by regrets that whisper lies of unworthiness. Yet hear this truth. You are not defined by where you have stumbled, but by the one who calls you by name. I declare over you that failure is not your identity. It is merely a chapter in the story of your redemption. Look to the lives of those who have gone before you, men and women who faltered, doubted, and fell. Yet in their repentance they found grace, and through faith they discovered my favor anew. If I redeemed them, will I not also redeem you? There is no depth too dark, no distance too far for my grace to reach. In my presence, every chain can be broken, addictions shattered, unworthiness silenced, and cycles of despair transformed into hope everlasting. Do not wait for the grand and extraordinary to exercise your faith. Faith dwells in the smallest of actions, a whispered prayer of thanks as the sun rises, a quiet moment of gratitude before a meal, a kind word offered to a stranger, or the courage to forgive one who has wounded you. These simple acts water the soil of your spirit, allowing the seeds of my promises to take root and flourish in their appointed season. Even when your faith feels like the tiniest mustard seed, when it flickers like a faint and fragile flame, offer it to me. Watch as I breathe life into it, igniting a fire that will illuminate your path and carry you through both the calm and the chaos. Through faith, you will see not with human eyes, but with mine. Eyes that are unshaken by the impossible, eyes that see victory even in the midst of struggle. My love for you is not like the fleeting love of this world, which fades or demands repayment. My love is eternal, deeper than the oceans and higher than the heavens. Let it fill every aching void within you. Stop striving for the approval of those who fail to see your worth, for I see it, and I affirm it. You may have sought love in places that left you broken, but I invite you to return to me. In my embrace, you will find a love that heals instead of wounds, a love that remains steadfast even in your moments of weakness. My love may refine you, but it will never destroy you. It corrects to restore, not to humiliate. Rest in my care, my child, for I long to see your soul at peace, secure in the knowledge of my unwavering affection. And when the weight of this world bears down upon you, remember the triumph of my resurrection. I conquered death itself to offer you life, life that overflows with hope, joy, and purpose. That same power that overcame the grave is at work within you now. When despair whispers that all is lost, let the truth of my victory rise like the morning sun. If I have overcome the darkness of the grave, can I not overcome the shadows in your life? My resurrection power is not a distant hope, but a present reality, lifting you from the valleys and carrying you toward the mountaintops that await you. Take heart, my beloved, for your journey is not without purpose, and your trials are not without meaning. In the fullness of time I will raise you up, just as I rose on the third day, so that you may walk in the light of renewal and triumph. Let this truth inspire you. What seems impossible to you is never impossible to me. Pause now and sit with me. Quiet the storms of your mind and lean into my presence. Picture yourself resting beside still waters, the warmth of the sun wrapping around you, the gentle breeze whispering life into your spirit. You are alive in my creation, held in the hands of the one who knows you fully and loves you completely. Let that truth be your refuge and your song. I am the keeper of your soul, a steadfast guardian. Through the fiercest tempests and the darkest nights, when storms rage and shadows loom, my hand remains upon you, unwavering and sure, a shelter that cannot be shaken. Do you hear it? The soft, persistent whisper of my spirit? It is the melody of my love, reminding you of my unchanging goodness, a voice that bids you lay down your burdens. You who have strained under the weight of family, work, finances, and health, let those heavy loads tumble from your shoulders into my care. My hands, strong and sure, carry with ease what feels impossible for you, for nothing is too great for me. Let my presence wash over you like the tender balm of rain, smoothing the rough edges of your heart and silencing the storm within. The dreams hidden within your heart, those fragile hopes you've almost forgotten, I see them. Many of these desires, my beloved, I planted within you. They align with the purpose for which I wove you together before time began. Trust in my perfect timing, for I see not only the beginning, but also the glorious end. Though you may fear the season has passed or the door has closed, know this: I'm the one who opens doors no one can shut. Do not underestimate the reach of my sovereignty or the depth of my love. My plans for you are not for harm, but to give you a future bursting with hope and brimming with promise. Even when I lead you through detours and seasons of refining, know that these are not delays, but divine preparations. I am shaping you, refining you, that you may carry my blessings without breaking under their weight. You are a vessel in my hands, crafted for a holy purpose, and I will never leave the work unfinished. When you embrace my love, a transformation begins, a quiet, radiant miracle. Old wounds that once held you captive begin to lose their grip. Doubt melts away, replaced by an unshakable faith. Bitterness surrenders to the sweetness of forgiveness. Pride bows low, and anger is swallowed by compassion. This is no fleeting change, but the steady unfolding of my grace in your life. Like a tree planted by streams of living water, you will flourish. Your leaves will remain green, and in every season you will bear fruit. Those who once doubted you will see a light in you that cannot be explained by earthly means. A light of hope, joy, and kindness born not of your strength, but of my Spirit, renewing you day by day. I know the sting of rejection, the ache of being misunderstood, the pain of your sincerity being questioned. But hear this: your worth is not determined by the fleeting opinions of others. Long before anyone spoke a word about you, I declared you worthy of love. I formed you with precision and care, knitting you together in your mother's womb. Your identity is anchored in me, not in the shifting sands of human judgment. Does the eagle seek the approval of crows before it soars? No. It spreads its wings and rises as it was created to do. So too must you soar, unbound by the words of naysayers, confident in the purpose I have set before you. My favor rests upon you, and my voice will silence every doubt and every scorn. You belong to me. What greater reason could there be to stand tall and unafraid? Prayer is not an act of desperation, but a sacred communion, a bridge where heaven meets earth. In the stillness of prayer, I whisper my mysteries to your spirit and fill you with courage, born of the divine. When you pray with your family, my angels stand ready, eager to carry out my commands. When you kneel alone, tears flowing like rivers, I gather those tears as precious offerings, tokens of your trust. Know that I respond, not always with immediate answers, but always with the best outcome, in the perfect time. So pray without ceasing, believe without wavering, and watch as I move in ways far beyond your imagining. This is your season of renewal. You have wandered through deserts of despair, but behold, I am calling you to rise. I am pouring out my Spirit upon you like rain on parched ground, awakening the dreams that have lain dormant. Let this rain of grace wash over you, cleansing every regret, every fear, every lingering doubt. Dance in the showers of my love, free, unashamed, radiant. Open your heart wide, for I am filling it with a new song, one of praise and gratitude. No longer will you see yourself as a victim of circumstances, but as a conqueror, triumphant through my love. Do you hear my call? I, the Lord your God, have chosen you to be a light in the darkness, a testimony of my glory. You are my child, crowned with dignity and grace, not because of your achievements, but because of my unwavering love. The world may try to define you by your failures, your status, or your possessions, but I define you by my eternal love. Stand firm in this truth. Though trials may come and uncertainties arise, they cannot alter who you are in me. You are chosen, precious, and destined for a holy calling. Let this knowledge steady your heart and strengthen your steps, for no storm can uproot you from the victory I have secured for you. Move forward, beloved, with boldness, for I am with you, now and always. Scatter seeds of hope wherever your journey leads, for each step you take can be a divine offering. Speak life into the weary hearts of those burdened by sorrow. Let your words be streams of living water to the discouraged. Extend your hand to the downtrodden, a reflection of my boundless love to those who have never known its depth. In these acts, you embody my heart, becoming a light in the shadows, an ambassador of compassion that knows no boundaries. Do not despair when the fruits of your labor remain unseen, for every seed sown in love and faith must rest in the soil until the appointed time. Some seeds linger beneath the surface, hidden in quiet preparation. For the day they will burst forth with life. Trust in me, the Lord of the harvest, for I alone bring the growth. Your calling is to persist. Plant with diligence, water with prayer, and trust with unwavering faith. A bountiful harvest awaits on the horizon, one that will overflow beyond your imagining. As you pour out blessings on others, know that your spirit too will be refreshed, for I delight in rewarding those who walk in my ways with joy unending. Let my words saturate your soul, dissolving every trace of fear and anxiety. I am nearer than you can fathom, closer than your breath, calling you to lean into my everlasting arms. Step beyond the veil of routine and into the sacred stillness of communion with me. There, in the quiet sanctuary of my presence, you will feel the stirring of my spirit within your heart. This is not a fleeting moment, but an invitation to transformation. A renewal that begins deep within and flows outward into every part of your being. Come as you are, my child. Bring your triumphs and your wounds, your laughter and your tears. I do not seek perfection or polished appearances. I desire honesty and openness. Lay your burdens before me, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The deeper you press into my presence, the more my peace will envelop you, driving out the restless voices that clamor for your attention. Do not fear your vulnerability, for in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. Surrender fully to my grace, and you will find yourself fortified by a power not your own. Life may stretch before you like an endless wilderness, its paths twisting and turning in uncertainty. Yet know this, even the unknown is fully known to me. I have seen the end from the beginning and have crafted a path for you that fulfills my perfect design. When the road ahead feels unclear, place your hand in mine, and I will guide you step by step. Trust in my timing, for I reveal each piece of the journey at the proper moment. Silence the doubts in your mind with the remembrance of my promises, for what I have spoken, I will surely bring to pass. Sorrow is a part of this earthly pilgrimage. Loss, betrayal, and heartbreak weigh heavy on the soul in this broken world. Yet never believe that I stand afar, indifferent to your pain. I'm the God of all comfort, the one who binds up the brokenhearted and heals their wounds. Every tear you shed, I gather as precious treasure. When grief surrounds you like an impenetrable fog, let my spirit be the gentle wind that clears the way. My comfort is not fleeting pity, but a profound assurance of my presence. In your darkest hours, my light shines brightest, illuminating the path to healing and restoration. Lean into my embrace when your strength fails, for I am your refuge. There is no shame in mourning, no weakness in crying out for help. In the depth of your sorrow, my love becomes a beacon, drawing you toward renewal and unshakable hope. Allow my spirit to minister to the broken places within you, and you will find that even in the ashes of despair, I bring forth beauty. Your mind is fertile soil, and the seeds you allow to take root will determine the harvest of your life. Guard your thoughts and align them with my word, that the fruit you bear will overflow with faith, joy, and wisdom. Tend the garden of your soul with care, trusting that every step you take in me leads to a life abundant in grace and glory. For you, my child, are mine, and I am your unfailing guide, your steadfast refuge, and your eternal hope. If seeds of doubt and darkness have taken root in the soil of your mind, remember, my child, that by the power of my boundless grace, I shall equip you to pluck out every thorny weed and plant instead the imperishable seeds of truth. When the voices of this world rise to stir fear in your heart, I call you to walk boldly in the courage I have bestowed. When shadows of despair whisper their bitter lies, I beckon you to lift your eyes to the heavens and embrace the living hope I have placed within you. And when others wound you with words of scorn or judgment, I whisper to your soul with unshakable love, you are mine. You are holy, precious, and forever cherished in my sight. Renewing your mind is not a fleeting moment, but a sacred daily act of turning from the illusions of this world to the radiance of my promises. The more you fix your heart and thoughts upon my faithfulness, the more your life will blossom into a reflection of my goodness and glory. My word is not merely ink on parchment or echoes of history. It is alive, brimming with power, sharper than any two-edged sword. Within its sacred pages, you will encounter the beauty of my character, the depths of my unchanging love, and the immovable foundation of my eternal will for humanity. Meditate on these truths, and let them seep into the hidden chambers of your heart. Within the stories of miracles, the accounts of trials overcome, and the teachings of righteousness, you will discover a light that guides your path, and an anchor that holds steadfast in the storms of life. Let my word be as manna to your soul, nourishing and sustaining you. Just as the body cannot survive without food, so your spirit hungers for the sustenance my word provides. Speak it aloud, weave its truths into your thoughts, and write them upon the very fabric of your being. When tempests rage and waves crash, it is these eternal truths that will anchor you, reminding you of who I am and who you are in me. There may come seasons when your spirit feels dry, like a desert yearning for rain, when prayer feels heavy, worship seems distant, and the flame of passion flickers as if about to be snuffed out. But hear me now, beloved, even in your dryness, I am near. The barrenness you feel does not signal my absence, but rather my gentle call for you to draw closer, to lean deeper into the embrace of my spirit. Reflect, my child. Have you wandered from the sacred practices that once nurtured your faith? Have the distractions of this world dimmed the flame in your heart? Return to me with humility and trust. Lay your weariness before me and ask for my refreshing touch, for I am the fountain of living water, ready to pour forth streams of life into every parched and withered place within you. Do not lose heart, for often the wilderness precedes a season of abundant growth. It is in the hunger and thirst of these dry times that a deeper longing is stirred, a longing that only I can fulfill. Know this, my beloved, you were not formed by chance, nor are you the sum of your failures or the weight of your past. Before the foundation of the world, I knew you and called you by name. With my own hands, I shaped you, breathing purpose into your being. The world may try to define you by your shortcomings, your talents, or your mistakes, but your true identity rests in me. You are my masterpiece, created with divine intent and set apart for a calling uniquely yours. When self-doubt rises like a tide, remember how I see you, radiant, redeemed, and beloved beyond measure. The limitations you perceive do not hinder my power. Indeed, I delight in using what the world considers weak to reveal my strength and glory. So lift your head, my child, and let courage arise in your heart, for my banner over you is love. I have written great plans for your life, and my promises will not fail. Gratitude is the golden key that unlocks the treasures of my goodness in every circumstance. When you choose thankfulness, even amid trials, your spirit aligns with my joy, and the weight of your burdens grows lighter. Where praise resounds, the enemy's grip is loosed and the power of despair crumbles. Recall the countless ways I've been faithful to you, and let your heart overflow with thanksgiving. Even as you wait for breakthroughs or answers to prayers that seem delayed, trust in my perfect timing. Revisit the testimonies of my past victories in your life, for they are a reminder that I have never failed you, and I never will. A heart that overflows with gratitude paves the way for greater blessings. For such a heart reflects unwavering trust, not in the fleeting winds of circumstance, but in my eternal and unchanging goodness. Let your faith rise like incense before me, and know, my beloved, that I hold you close. You are mine, and I am forever faithful. In the sacred realm where praise ascends like incense to the heavens, strongholds crumble, and weary souls find refuge in the shadow of eternal grace. To clutch tightly to a fence is to bear a stone of great weight, one that drags upon the spirit and drains the lifeblood of joy from your days. I call you, beloved, to the divine and liberating act of forgiveness, not merely as a commandment, but as a doorway into the vast expanse of true freedom. Gaze upon the depths of my mercy, for I have wiped away your sins, as one wipes dust from a cherished relic, bidding you to draw near and walk with me in sacred fellowship. In the same spirit, release the chains of bitterness and the fetters of resentment. Forgiveness does not condone evil, nor does it demand a reckless trust of those who have caused harm. Yet it invites you to unbind those you hold captive in the prison of your anger, thereby unbinding yourself from the suffocating walls of unforgiveness. To forgive is to reflect my own heart, to mirror the boundless compassion that overflows from my throne. In releasing others, you will find your spirit renewed, your mind clarified, and your soul fertile for the blossoms of love where once the thorns of bitterness grew wild. Even in the storms of trial, when the path before you appears as an impenetrable wall, know this: such moments are but the crucible for my miraculous hand. Do not mistake hardship for abandonment, for I walk beside you even when the night is darkest. These fiery trials refine you as gold purified in the furnace, preparing you to bear the weight of greater blessings to come. Ask of me what wisdom might be gleaned in your struggle, and let patience do its perfect work, transforming despair into resilience, frustration into unyielding fortitude. Remember, my beloved, you do not walk through this valley alone. My Son bore the fullness of human suffering and stands as your eternal example of triumph. Trust that I, your heavenly Father, see the grander tapestry of your life, weaving even the threads of adversity into a masterpiece of eternal beauty. My kingdom, beloved, is founded on love. Love for me and love for one another. True love, like a river, carves its way through acts of service, compassion, and kindness. When you serve others, you become my hands and feet in a hurting world, a living testimony of my nature. The smallest gestures, a cup of water to the parched, a listening ear to the lonely, a steady hand to the burdened, echo the heartbeat of my love. Do not despise the day of small beginnings, for as the mustard seed grows into a mighty tree, so too do these humble acts ripple into eternity. Whether you care for the forgotten, uplift the downtrodden, or feed the hungry, each act of love radiates with my glory. And in serving, you will discover a joy that lifts your spirit and invigorates your faith. For in my kingdom, greatness is not measured by status, but by the willingness of the heart to serve. I have not left you to tread this path in isolation. I have sent the Holy Spirit, your comforter, your helper, to empower you to live in victory. The Spirit breathes life into your prayers, illuminating the truth of my word and bestowing gifts of wisdom, discernment, and the power to mend broken hearts. Do not silence the Spirit with doubt or disobedience. Instead, invite this holy presence to fill you anew each day, guiding your every thought, word, and step. When your strength falters, the Spirit provides a power beyond human comprehension. When confusion clouds your mind, the Spirit unveils divine clarity. And when words fail you in the quiet chambers of prayer, the Spirit intercedes with groanings too deep for words, carrying your petitions to my throne. Surrender to this sacred presence, and you will witness doors opening that no man can close, pathways emerging where none seemed possible. You will find yourself speaking words that heal, performing acts of faith that astonish, and dwelling in a peace that transcends all human understanding. Shame is a cruel warden, imprisoning many of my children and whispering lies of unworthiness, defectiveness, and hopelessness. But hear my voice, beloved. I did not fashion you for shame. I created you for communion, for freedom, for wholeness. My Son bore the weight of your guilt and shame upon the cross, nailing it to the tree so that you might walk unburdened. If you have faltered, come to me with an open heart. Confess, and I will cleanse you. Do not allow the shadows of your past to obscure the light of your future. You are my masterpiece, my cherished creation, and I have called you by name. Walk boldly, beloved, for you are not defined by your failures, but by my boundless grace. In my arms, you will find rest, renewal, and the courage to rise anew. I am unwavering in my promise to forgive, to cleanse, and to restore. Do not linger in the heavy shadows of guilt and condemnation, for each sunrise brings with it a sacred gift, a fresh opportunity to step into the brilliance of my grace. Though the echoes of past choices may linger, know this: my mercy is ever near, flowing like a river that cannot run dry. You are not defined by the whispers of your failures, nor by the scars of your regrets. No, you are who I declare you to be, redeemed by my love, justified by my sacrifice, and cherished beyond measure, with a value that cannot be fathomed by human hearts. The adversary of your soul, the deceiver and father of lies, seeks to cloud your thoughts with despair and distortions. He weaves accusations like chains and sows seeds of hopelessness into the fertile ground of your mind. Yet remember this eternal truth: he is already defeated, his power fleeting and feeble against the might of my word. When his accusations arise like a storm, meet them with the unshakable truths of Scripture. Speak aloud the promises I have declared over you, for my words are a sword that pierces through every deception. Resist the temptation to dwell on his lies, for what you meditate upon will grow within you. Instead, let your heart magnify my goodness. Gaze upon the cross, upon the finished work of redemption, and let it remind you that no darkness can endure where my light resides. In my presence, all shadows flee, and no accusation can uproot you from your rightful place as my beloved child. Worship me, not as a mere ritual confined to songs sung in the assembly of believers, but as a life poured out in devotion and reverence. True worship rises like a fragrant offering, pleasing to me when your heart is surrendered in awe. In worship, your burdens grow lighter, your spirit is refreshed, and your mind is renewed. Lift your voice not only in gratitude for what I have done, but in adoration for who I am, the Alpha and Omega, the shepherd who never sleeps. Let your gratitude flow through your words, your songs, and even the quiet reverence of your soul. Let your every action become an extension of your worship. Speak with kindness, love with sincerity, and serve with joy. As you dwell in this holy atmosphere of adoration, you will sense my presence drawing near, guiding your every decision, whether great or small. Yes, the battle is real. You wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and unseen forces of darkness. But take heart, for this battle is not fought with earthly weapons, but with the armor I have lovingly crafted for you: faith, truth, righteousness, peace, salvation, and my living word. Clothe yourself each day in this divine armor, for it will guard and empower you to stand firm. Do not fear the enemy's schemes, for though arrows may fly, your shield of faith will extinguish them. Though doubts may whisper their cruel lies, your helmet of salvation will remind you that you belong to me. Wield the sword of my Spirit boldly, cutting through every falsehood with the truth of my promises. Pray without ceasing, remaining vigilant and alert, for I am your ultimate warrior, defending and strengthening you at every turn. I see your every need, your every worry about provision, health, and relationships. Take comfort, beloved. For I am the one who clothes the lilies of the field in splendor and feeds the sparrows of the air. How much more will I care for you, the child of my heart? Worry springs from forgetting who I am and doubting the depths of my fatherly love. When you surrender your concerns to me, you invite my provision into every corner of your life. This does not call for neglect or carelessness, but for a freedom from the chains of anxiety. Seek first my kingdom, my righteousness, and my ways, and you will see blessings flow like streams in the desert. Sometimes these blessings come in forms unexpected, yet they will always reveal my perfect timing and abundant grace. I have not created you to race endlessly through life, but to find rest in me. Just as I completed creation and set apart the seventh day as holy, so I invite you to set aside time for spiritual, physical, and emotional renewal. Rest is not idleness. It is an act of trust, a declaration that I am God and you are my child. In rest, you release control and allow my sovereignty to reign in your life. Quiet the clamor of the world, silence the endless distractions, and still your racing thoughts. In the sacred stillness of my presence, you will find whispers of my kingdom and treasures for your soul. These secrets, spoken into the depths of your spirit, will transform your perspective and breathe life into your weary heart. Above all, let love be your anthem. I have commanded you to love me with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love others as yourself. Love is the currency of my kingdom, the reflection of my nature, and the most powerful testimony to my presence within you. Extend this love freely to your family, to your neighbors, even to those who wound you. Such love requires sacrifice, humility, and patience, but it is the mark of a life transformed by my grace. When you love with your whole heart, you mirror the love I displayed on the cross, a love that broke every barrier and healed every wound. This selfless love will shine as a beacon in a world starved for compassion, transcending divisions and drawing hearts back to me. Ask me daily for a greater capacity to love, and watch as relationships mend, communities thrive, and lives are touched by the radiance of my spirit moving through you. Hope, my child, is the anchor of your soul, steadfast and immovable even in the fiercest storm. It is not mere wishful thinking, but a confident expectation rooted in my faithfulness. Hold fast to this hope, for I am with you, now and forevermore. Behold, my beloved, the flame of hope that I have kindled within you. Let not the tumult of this world extinguish it. Though your eyes may perceive a world riddled with chaos, conflict, and sorrow, I bid you to look beyond the veil of circumstance. Fix your gaze upon me, the Alpha and Omega, the author and perfecter of your faith. For I am your steadfast rock amidst the storm, your unwavering anchor in the restless sea. Though the breakthroughs you seek may tarry, do not lose heart, for my purposes are woven in the secret chambers of eternity. Hope, my child, is not a fleeting wish, but a confident expectation rooted in my unfailing promises. This living hope I've bestowed upon you is a beacon, a holy fire that cannot be quenched. Let it burn brightly within you, illuminating the path for others as a lighthouse does for weary sailors lost at sea. Through your unshaken trust, you shall guide them to the harbor of my unfathomable love. You, my cherished one, have sown seeds of faith, prayers whispered in the dark, tears shed in surrender, acts of kindness offered without recognition, and steps of obedience taken in trembling faith. None of these have been forgotten. Not a single act of love, no matter how small, escapes the gaze of the Lord of the harvest. Every tear, every effort, every quiet moment of worship has been stored like precious treasure in my storehouse. The season of reaping is near, and I shall pour out blessings upon you as a testament to my faithfulness. Some blessings will shine like the morning sun, healings, restored relationships, unexpected favor. Others will reside in the deep places of your soul, peace that surpasses understanding, joy unshakable, and strength renewed like the eagle's. Receive these gifts with humility, for they flow not from your striving, but from my boundless grace. Let gratitude overflow from your heart, stirring you to greater love and devotion. And as you revel in my goodness, proclaim it to the world so others may know that my mercies are for all who call upon my name with faith. You dwell in a world shadowed by darkness, yet my light shines through you with unrelenting brilliance. You are called to be a city set upon a hill, a lamp that casts its glow into every corner you tread. Let hope be your anthem. Let your life be a testimony that invites others into the embrace of my transformative power. Walk in humility, acknowledging that apart from me, you can do nothing. Walk in boldness, knowing that with me all things are possible. Let your words drip with kindness, and let your actions resound with grace. Bear witness to my goodness, my beloved, not only on grand stages, but in the quiet, uncelebrated moments of daily life. Tell of the times I have lifted you from despair, healed your wounds, and breathed courage into your weary soul. Reflect my love in every interaction, every gesture, every word. For this, my child, is your calling, to be a vessel of my light, a messenger of my hope, a herald of my unfailing love. These words I have spoken to stir your faith, to renew your hope, to fill your heart to overflowing with my love. Let them guide you through the days and years to come. Remember, I am with you, yesterday, today, and forevermore. No scheme of darkness can revoke my promises, no shadow can eclipse my light, and no failure can separate you from my mercy. Take my hand, beloved, and walk without fear. Together, we shall ascend mountains, calm storms, and celebrate victories that will echo into eternity. Dwell in my presence daily. Let my word shape your thoughts and my spirit empower your steps. Watch as I bring forth healing, restoration, and abundant life not only to you, but to all those you hold dear. My grace is sufficient. My power is perfected in your weakness. Go forth in faith, my child, for I am your strength, your shield, and your song. Share this message of hope with others, that they too may taste and see my goodness. Let your life proclaim to the world, the Lord is faithful, His love endures forever. Amen. Beloved and cherished soul, incline your heart and lend your ear to the whispers of eternity, for I speak to you with words that are woven in love and truth. From the very first moment I have walked beside you, a silent witness to your struggles and triumphs, watching your spirit endure storms and rise from the ashes. I have seen your tears fall like rain upon barren soil, yet I tell you now, those tears were not in vain. They have watered seeds unseen, and behold, life springs forth. A tender shoot rises from the earth, a living proclamation that your sorrow has become the womb of your joy. Lift your eyes and see beyond the veil of despair, for the ground beneath you stirs with sacred promise. That which you believed lost forever is not lost at all. It is being reborn in ways more wondrous than you could ever imagine. The seeds you thought had perished in the cold shadows of the past are now pushing through the soil, ready to yield a harvest so abundant that it will overflow your heart with gratitude. These blessings that I speak of are not fleeting dreams or hollow mirages. They are as real as the rising sun, rich with peace and overflowing with life. They will nourish your soul and bring to you a rest that no burden can disrupt, a joy that no sorrow can diminish. Let these words take root deep within your soul, like an engraving upon the stone of your heart. This is a time of renewal, a season of multiplication, a divine turning of the tides. Your faith, your prayers, and your steadfast spirit have ascended to my throne like fragrant incense, and I have not turned away. I have heard every cry, every whisper of hope, and I have delighted in the resilience that refuses to be extinguished. Though you have walked through valleys shrouded in uncertainty and nights heavy with darkness, a new dawn now stretches its arms to embrace you. The light of my favor shines upon you. Step into it boldly. Do not let the shadows of past mistakes cloud your vision of the future I am unfolding. I do not anchor your destiny to the missteps of yesterday. Instead, I call you to trust in my unfailing love, the love of a shepherd who watches over his flock with tender care. I will lead you to green pastures where your soul will find rest, and I will guide you beside still waters where your spirit will be refreshed. Fix your gaze upon me, not upon the frailties of men or the fleeting assurances of the world, for I alone hold the keys to the doors that no enemy can shut. My desire for you is that you walk in humility, for in humility lies the secret to entering my presence. When you obey my word and walk in faith, doors that seemed impenetrable will swing wide open, and miracles will unfold before your very eyes, not as random acts of chance, but as the perfect fulfillment of my eternal design. My promises are not empty words. They are unshakable truths, anchored in the foundation of my love and power. In my perfect timing, everything aligns according to my will, and nothing, not even the schemes of darkness, can thwart what I have purposed for you. If your heart yearns for transformation, if you seek a life of greater purpose and peace for yourself and those you hold dear, then lift your voice to me. Let your spirit rise with hope, for I am ready to move in your life in ways that will leave you breathless. I will renew your heart and mind so profoundly that it will seem as though the very fabric of your being has been remade. But take heed, your faith is the key that unlocks these treasures. I will not force my gifts upon you. You must reach out and receive them with belief. Behold, you stand at the threshold of new horizons. A future, rich with promise, stretches out before you like a sunrise painting the heavens. Now is the time to leave behind the weight of memories that bind you to regret. Reach forward with courage and take hold of the blessings I've placed before you. Grasp them tightly, for they are your inheritance, a gift from my hand. The season of hardship that you have endured is passing away, and a new season, one of fruitfulness and abundance, is beginning to unfold, even now. Know this, even as you read these words, I am orchestrating wonders on your behalf. Doors that have closed are not the end. They are the prelude to doors of far greater glory being opened. Trust in this. When I close a door, it is only to lead you to something more magnificent than you could have dreamed. Spiritual battles rage in unseen realms, but take heart. I have already secured your victory. Though forces may rise to discourage and deceive you, you do not fight alone. I am sending to you companions, wise counselors, and faithful friends to walk with you and strengthen your steps and strengthen you. Do not resist the guidance I offer, for in embracing it, you will see walls of opposition crumble like dust in the wind. My deliverance is not delayed, nor is it incomplete. It is perfect, unfolding in my time to accomplish my purposes. Trust in me, beloved, for I am the one who holds your life, your future, and your destiny in the palm of my hand. You are mine, and I am working all things together for your good. The wonders I am preparing for you will leave you in awe of my boundless love. So step forward, child of promise, and let my blessings overflow in your life. Behold, I have woven within you threads of strength and gifts beyond measure, treasures not meant to be guarded in solitude, but to be magnified through reliance on me. Know this, true victories are not born of human strength alone, but flourish when faith intertwines with divine purpose. When you lean upon me, your faith becomes the fertile soil in which your talents take root and bloom. And through your testimony, my name is glorified. Stay close to me, for in our nearness you shall ascend heights unimagined, becoming a vessel of blessing for countless souls. Through your steadfastness, your family will inherit wisdom and humility, prospering not only in earthly abundance, but in the eternal riches of compassion, empathy, and spiritual enlightenment. Together, we will traverse this sacred journey, for I've called you to a higher plane where truth eternal reigns and lives are transformed forever. I have prepared for you works wondrous and holy, assignments that will awaken your heart to its truest calling. Even now, beneath your feet, I am laying a foundation, strong, steadfast, and immovable. Upon this rock, your household shall stand unshaken, and your lineage will come to know me through the radiance of your example. To each member of your family, I shall bestow unique gifts and callings, planting in their hearts an insatiable hunger for wisdom that they may flourish in knowledge and devotion. Lift your gaze higher. Dream not in the confines of yesterday's limitations. Let your spirit soar beyond the horizons you once feared to approach. I have not destined you, nor your loved ones, to live in the shadow of lack or confusion. You are not meant to battle endlessly from one crisis to the next, ensnared by fear or bound by despair. Cast off the chains of unworthiness and doubt, for I have fashioned you for abundance and light. Expand your faith, for I am here to guide you, to sustain you, and to lead you into blessings yet unseen. I will transform your tears into joy, your burdens into strength, and the deepest ache of your soul into peace, overflowing with my love. In this very moment, my arms encircle you with divine embrace. Whether you stand amidst the noise of the crowd or linger in the solitude of a quiet corner, pause and breathe deeply of my peace. Let your worries dissolve like mist before the dawn. I grant you authority over the storms that rage within, power to still the waves of anxiety that seek to rule your thoughts. Yes, there were moments when bad news left you trembling, weary, and lost. Yet I say to you now, trust in me again. Your story is far from over. The mountains before you, though they seemed insurmountable, will soon become distant memories. Your future glimmers with promises anointed, and no force can hinder what I have ordained for your life. I will transform opposition into platforms for miracles, scarcity into abundance, and sickness into radiant health. Do not question my power or my desire to act on your behalf. To me, you are precious beyond measure. I am not some distant figure, unmoved by your cries. I have never been absent. My heart has always been for your salvation, your growth, and your eternal joy. In the fullness of time, I gave my life for you, that your path might be illuminated and your soul rescued from the snares of this world. I'm your guide, your truth, and the wellspring of life unending. Cling to my promises, for they are steadfast. Turn from the whispers of deceit that paint false portraits of failure and defeat. Your trust in me stirs my heart. I see how you have begun to silence the voices that seek to provoke fear, anger, and confusion. Let no one rob you of the peace I have planted within you. Stand firm in my love, for in it you are secure. Secure. I know the loneliness you have felt, the void that longed to be filled with love. Today, I hold you in my everlasting arms, whispering courage into your soul and breathing life into your spirit. Let every chain that binds you crumble to dust. I have seen your tears and felt the weight of your desperate cries for intervention. You have longed for my hand to move swiftly and make right what felt irreparably broken. My child, your cries have not gone unheard. Your longing stirs my heart. But understand this. My timing is not a sign of indifference. I am orchestrating something greater than you can yet see. Resist the temptation to grow weary or complacent, for even in the waiting, I am present, refining, and preparing you. You will always need me, whether in times of overflowing blessing or in moments of dire need. Beware the snares of the adversary, who waits for your moments of carelessness to sow doubt and disrupt the dreams I have planted within you. Do not give him foothold. Instead, invite me into your battles, and I will fight for you. I will defend what I have destined for you and transform every trial into a triumph. You are my beloved, and I will not fail you. Trust in me, and together we will walk a path of glory that leads to life everlasting. Do not let your soul be shackled by the chains of torment, my beloved. Cast every anxious thought upon me, for I am your refuge. Each time your mind begins to spiral into the shadowy depths of dark imaginations, stand firm and declare with boldness, "No, I will not entertain these lies. My God is mighty, and he will not let me fall." Close the door to discouragement, for it has no rightful place in the heart of one who trusts in my name. When the flame of hope within you flickers and threatens to fade, draw near to me, and I will breathe life into it again. I will reignite your passion and strengthen you with a holy determination to move forward, step by step, toward the fullness of my promises. Hold tightly to my words, for they are unshakable. Though the voices of condemnation and criticism may rise like a flood around you, my voice of love is louder, deeper, unyielding. It speaks to the very core of your being, reminding you that you are mine, you are chosen. I see beyond what others perceive, beyond the scars that mark your past, beyond the burdens that once weighed upon your shoulders. I see the masterpiece I am crafting in you, and I declare that you shall know joy once more. You will step into a new season, unburdened by the shame and guilt that once clung to you like chains. Believe me when I tell you that you are walking toward a brighter tomorrow, one filled with solutions to every problem that has plagued your mind. You did not encounter these words by accident. No. I have orchestrated this moment as a divine reminder that your prayers have not gone unnoticed. Your heart, your mind, your very soul. These are gifts I have given you, gifts to discern, to reflect, to grow. Even now, as you take in these words, your spirit stirs with readiness. For the time of breakthrough draws near. Behold, the door of possibility is opening wide before you. I am no distant thought, no powerless figment of imagination. I am the Lord, the one who has rescued you time and again, pulling you from the pits of despair and wrapping you in an unbreakable love. Do you remember, my beloved? In every season of crisis, I was there. When your life seemed to teeter on the edge of ruin, I intervened. When your spirit was crushed beneath heartbreak too heavy to bear, I renewed it. My presence is the fire in your heart, the spark that sets you ablaze with hope. What once seemed like an impossible dream is now growing into reality. Where you planted seeds of faith, a mighty tree will rise, strong, sheltering, a source of blessing for you and for those you love. Remain rooted in my grace, and let gratitude guard your heart like a shield. Though you have stumbled and fallen before, I never abandoned you. I pardoned your sins, lifted you from the dust, and refused to let you remain in ruin. Now the dawn breaks, and sorrow gives way to the fullness of joy. Hear me. The miracle you have long awaited is near. Speak these words with conviction. I believe. This is how you take hold of my promises. Remember, you are cherished beyond measure, and I have extraordinary plans for your life. Walk in obedience, not hurriedly, but with steadfast resolve. The path to peace and fulfillment is not a race. It is a journey of perseverance, of clarity, and of quiet confidence in who I am. Do not look to the left or right, comparing your progress to that of others. Fix your gaze on me alone. You are closer than you realize. Even though the days have felt long and the waiting heavy, you have grown stronger, my beloved. You no longer let fleeting emotions dictate the depth of your faith. You have learned to trust me, to believe that I desire to bless your household, and to clear every obstacle from your path. Yes, trials will come, for I do not promise a life without struggles. But I do promise this: my strength will sustain you, and your resilience will not fail. Take courage, for your victory is assured. Let my declarations wash over you, renewing your mind and strengthening your spirit. Every chain of discouragement is breaking. Every shadow of despair is fleeing in the light of my truth. Where sorrow once weighed you down, I speak release. Where damaging influences sought to lead you astray, I declare freedom. My child, do not be seduced by the empty promises of the world. Many chase after wealth and applause, adorning themselves with outward success, thinking it reflects my favor. But they do not know my ways. They do not see the beauty of humility, the power of a servant's heart, the incomprehensible love that led me to the cross. But you, my beloved, you have sought truth. You have sought transformation. This is why I long to reveal greater wonders in your life. Clothe yourself in humble gratitude and resist the illusions that the world dangles before you. I will fill your soul with peace and patience, so you will not grow weary as you wait for my perfect timing. Refuse to speak words of doubt or complaint, for your words have power. Speak life, speak hope, speak faith, for the dawn is breaking, and I am with you always. Oh, beloved soul, why do you allow the whispers of doubt to erode the steadfast faith you have labored so tenderly to nurture? Turn your heart to the heavens and cry out with earnest prayer. Lord, I trust you. I believe with every fiber of my being that in your perfect time I shall witness the unfolding of every promise you have spoken over my life. Let your spirit be unwavering, anchored in the certainty that whatever you have asked in the name of Jesus will surely come to pass. Behold, I call forth new seasons over your life, seasons drenched in abundant rains and crowned with the glory of open heavens. My richness shall pour into every corner of your existence, overflowing your soul with peace that surpasses understanding and joy that will saturate your household like morning dew upon the earth. All this I grant to those who treasure my word within their hearts, who persevere with unshakable faith, and who do not shrink back into the shadows of disbelief. Remember, my cherished one, that the blessings I prepare for you are not fleeting. They are treasures of great worth. But like all treasures, they must endure the process of becoming. As a child forms within the sanctuary of the womb, as a seed must be buried in the soil before it bursts forth into new life, so too must the promises I have spoken undergo transformation before they are revealed. These blessings are not mere adornments. They are powerful forces, reshaping your life and the lives of those around you in ways that surpass your understanding. Do not grow weary in the waiting. Fix your eyes upon the horizon, and let hope be the lantern that guides your steps. Each act of faith, no matter how small, draws you closer to the fulfillment of promises more radiant than anything you have dared to imagine. Yes, change may unsettle you, but know this: every shift is lovingly orchestrated for your good. I am the weaver of destinies, positioning you among people and opportunities designed to nurture your growth and lead you into abundance. When I stand with you, who can stand against you? The accusations and judgments of others crumble like dust beneath my protection. If only you could see the legions of heavenly warriors I have stationed around you. If you could perceive the beams of my divine light illuminating your path, or witness the unseen ways I am dismantling every scheme set against you, your heart would overflow with gratitude. Soon, through dreams and visions, I will grant you glimpses of my splendor, a foretaste of heaven's majesty unveiled here on earth. Do you not see? All creation moves in harmony with my will, and I delight in responding to your faith. The courage you show, the hope you cling to even in the fiercest storms, is a melody that brings joy to my heart. I treasure the moments you lift your voice in praise. At dawn, when the world awakens, at dusk when the day retreats, and in the stillness in between. My love for you is steadfast, unchanging, an anchor that holds you steady from one day to the next. Before you return to the duties of your life, hear me. I love you. I wait, longing to hear you echo these words back to me. Say it aloud. Let your heart spill with adoration. I love you, Lord. There is nothing you can ask of me that my boundless love will not provide. Where the enemy has stolen from you, I will restore. Where you have been dishonored, I will place you in a seat of dignity and honor. The life I have prepared for you is richer and fuller than anything you can conceive. But it requires a heart yielded entirely to me. Let me pour out the healing and forgiveness that I long to give, for my promises are etched into the very fabric of your soul. If you are going to believe, then believe wholly, without hesitation, without reserve. Do not be like those who speak of my love with their lips, but remain skeptical in their hearts, placing their trust in the fleeting judgments of man, rather than the eternal power of my word. Many will try to bind you with their rigid expectations, cloaking their control in the guise of love. They will parade a counterfeit righteousness, outwardly holy, yet quick to condemn, always measuring you by standards they themselves cannot uphold. But I am calling you out of this bondage, out of the weight of their opinions, into the perfect freedom that only I can give. When you lay your head down at night, let my spirit minister to you. Allow me to heal your wounds, to shatter the chains that cling to your soul, and to renew you in my love. Rise each morning unburdened, walking in the liberty of one who is no longer a captive to the judgments of others. My beloved, the dawn is breaking, and with it a new day, a day filled with promises fulfilled, hearts healed, and spirits set free. Trust me, for I am with you always. Behold, my child, no longer shall you be bound by the shifting tides of human approval, for I have called you to rise above the fleeting judgments of others. You are mine, beloved, radiant, and precious in my sight. Within you dwells a divine wisdom, a discerning heart, and a spirit as gentle as a spring breeze, yet unyielding as the mountain stone in the face of trials. You carry a fire within, a faith so luminous it reshapes the very fabric of the world around you. When the storms of life crash upon you like unrelenting waves, when the cruelty of others wounds you or their indifference threatens to make you invisible, do not despair. Cling to me, and I shall be your refuge. Cast off the chains of bitterness and hopelessness, for your life is not a mere flicker in the shadows. It is a beacon, crafted for a purpose far greater than you can yet see. I am the one who cradles you in arms of unfailing love, who speaks words of life into the depths of your being. Let my forgiveness pour over you like a cleansing river, washing away every scar, every regret. I am the restorer of dreams shattered by time and circumstance. I breathe life anew into the embers of your soul, kindling a future ablaze, with possibilities you scarcely dare to imagine. The gifts I have woven into you are not to be hidden or diminished by the careless words of others. Do not let the world's dismissal define your worth, for I declare that your talents are vital. They are seeds meant to flourish, to touch lives, to leave a mark upon this earth that points back to me. Peace, joy, and abundance flow freely from my hand when your heart remains open to receive them. Rise, my beloved, and stand tall. Look upon yourself as I do with eyes of unshakable love. You are royalty, a prince, a princess, cloaked in my divine authority and sheltered beneath the wings of my eternal care. Do not tremble beneath the weight of your burdens, for I have heard your prayers, those whispered cries and tear-soaked pleas for a miracle. Yes, I know the longing of your heart, the burden you carry that feels too heavy to bear. I hold your miracle in my hand, waiting for the perfect moment to place it before you. Though others may doubt, ridicule, or scorn your faith, their disbelief holds no power over me. Watch as I move in ways that will astonish even the hardest hearts. I will vindicate you before those who doubted, and in doing so, they will see not just your resilience, but my glory reflected in your life. I am preparing a place for you, a season of renewal, where you will no longer toil among thorns of rivalry or endure the sting of malice. I will bring you to an environment that nourishes your growth, where love is genuine and encouragement abounds. The talents I have given you will no longer be overlooked, but celebrated and nurtured. Fear not that success will lead you astray, for true prosperity in my kingdom is not built on fleeting riches or hollow fame. It is a state of wholeness, a mind at peace, relationships rooted in love, and freedom from the crushing weight of despair. This is my desire for you, to flourish in every part of your being, spirit, soul, and body. And from my vantage point, your miracle shines brightly, waiting for its appointed time. Every hardship you have endured has been a step toward the fulfillment of my plan. The trials that once seemed insurmountable will become the testimonies of your strength, the very proof of my hand at work in your life. Your family will come to see the depth of your faith, and even those who mocked you will be moved to repentance, their hearts softened by the evidence of my grace upon you. You will stand as a light, a guide for others who wander in darkness, drawing them toward my love. I have chosen you, my child, for a purpose that reaches beyond the boundaries of this world. Do not chase after the fading applause of men or the fragile dreams of fame, for these things are but dust. Many have lost their way, trading their convictions for the approval of the crowd. But you, my beloved, are called to a higher path. Do not stoop to gather the crumbs of human validation when the banquet of my kingdom awaits you. Lift your eyes to my throne, for that is where your true home lies. Because of your steadfast faith, you will see every promise I have made come to fruition. Through you, I will do mighty works, not for the praise of men, but for the glory of my name. Today I stretch forth my hands, offering you the divine miracle you have sought through the steadfast flame of your faith. Will you receive it with open heart and trembling awe? Will you align your spirit with the covenant I have spoken over you? Trust in me, beloved, for I have fashioned for you a destiny that surpasses the reach of your dreams, a path adorned with wonders far beyond the grasp of human imagination. Let your life rise like a hymn of gratitude, a living psalm of praise that echoes through eternity, bearing witness to my unfailing love. Declare with the depths of your being, "Yes, Lord, I believe." Let these words take root in your soul, for they are light and truth, a fountain of life to all who embrace them. I am He who formed you, the Eternal One who saw every moment of your existence before a single breath was drawn, who wove the threads of your days with purpose and promise. From the beginning I have been with you, and I shall remain until the very end of the age. Whatever trial rises against you, I stand ready, at the perfect hour, ordained by my infinite wisdom, to intervene with power that cannot be measured by human clocks or calendars. My vision transcends time. I see the end from the beginning. I see not only who you are, but who you are becoming. I see the lives you will touch, the hearts you will heal, and the abundant joy that awaits you. Let my goodness anchor your soul, and my faithfulness be the fortress in which you abide. What I have begun in you, I will bring to glorious completion. Each day is an open invitation to draw nearer to my heart, a chance to ascend to new heights of trust and surrender. Transform your worries into worship. Let your tears become declarations of hope. For in this sacred exchange, you claim the victory that is already yours. Through the fire of trials, your character is refined, and your capacity to love me and others is expanded. Even when shadows obscure your vision, remember, always remember, that the dawn is inevitable. As surely as the sun rises, my plans for you remain steadfast. Though you have walked through heartbreak, betrayal, and disappointment, I am crafting from these broken shards a masterpiece of redemption. A mosaic so breathtaking that it will proclaim my glory to the nations. The seeds you sowed in tears will bloom in the season I have appointed, and the harvest will be far beyond your imagining. Keep vigilant over your thoughts, for the enemy will seek to sow despair and fear. When whispers of unworthiness assail you, answer with the unshakable truth. I, the Lord, am your shield and your song. I call you my beloved, my royal child, cleansed and restored. No foe, whether seen or unseen, can stand against the boundless power of my love. Do not measure your hope by the weight of your challenges, but by the measureless ocean of my grace. The world may falter in understanding, but you know me, beloved, and you have seen my mighty works. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Recall the moments I carried you when all seemed lost. Remember the nights I comforted you as you wept, the mornings when my mercies renewed your strength. My word is alive, a double-edged sword that cuts through doubt and despair. Arm yourself with my promises. They are your inheritance and your shield. When the adversary seeks to wear you down, rise up and declare the truth of who you are in me. Let your atmosphere be saturated with songs of worship, gratitude, and faith. In that sacred space, no darkness can linger, and in my presence, the impossible becomes possible. Breathe in my goodness and exhale your burdens. I'm your stronghold, your refuge, your all-sufficient source. Do not wait for human approval to validate what I have already declared. You are chosen, beloved, and precious in my sight. Your worth is not determined by earthly applause, but by the eternal love that formed you. Rejoice now, for the heavens are stirring, and the spiritual realm is shifting in your favor. Doors long closed will be flung wide, and the storms that stole your peace will be silenced. Can you feel it? The song of praise is rising on your lips. Sing it boldly, my beloved. Celebrate my faithfulness, for I am the God who does not fail, and my promises to you are as sure as the rising sun. Before the dawn of breakthrough, when shadows cling to the soul and trials whisper of defeat, stand firm, for this is the posture that shakes the very foundations of darkness. Your worship, beloved, is no mere ritual. It is a weapon, a resounding cry that declares, I trust in the one who brings beauty from ashes, who calls forth life from the barren ground. Know this, every whispered prayer, every tear that has fallen unseen, I have gathered in my eternal hands. They are not forgotten nor wasted, for I am weaving them into a tapestry of unstoppable blessings that will burst forth like rivers in the desert. I am the unshakable rock beneath your feet, unmoved by the storms that rage around you. My word, steadfast and unyielding, never returns void. The fires of adversity may test your faith, but like gold refined, you emerge radiant, stronger than before. Those who doubted you, who mocked your trust in me, will stand in awe when they see my hand move in your life. Some, hardened by pride, will resist, but others will be drawn, captivated by my glory revealed through you. Your faith, shining like a beacon in the darkest of nights, will become a testimony that leads many to hope, a living witness of my redemptive power. Persist, my child. Do not let fleeting emotions or the illusions of this world shake your resolve. My spirit dwells within you, shaping your thoughts and aligning your desires with the perfection of my will. Daily surrender to me, and you will witness wonders that surpass your imagination. The spiritual realm is alive with angelic hosts assigned to your care. If your eyes could see the legions that guard you, the triumphant cries that echo through the heavens with every victory you claim, your heart would overflow with unending praise. They fight for you. They strengthen you in weakness. They celebrate your bold steps of faith. All of heaven rejoices as you draw closer to my presence. Now is the time to rest in the assurance of my love, to anchor your soul in the unshakable truth that my plans for you are good, never for harm. Resist the lies that seek to sow doubt. Lift your eyes beyond the horizon of fear and behold the expanse of my goodness. Dream again, not with dread, but with wonder. My power is limitless, my compassion boundless, my grace unending. You will see it poured out over and over, for I delight in lavishing my kindness upon you. Take heart, for though the climb may be steep, every step is guided by my wisdom. Pause and reflect on how far we have journeyed together. Trust that I will lead you through every valley and up to the heights where the full tapestry of your life will be revealed. Every trial, every tear, every moment of pain has served to shape the masterpiece of who you are becoming. Live with expectancy, for the dawn is near. Do not conceal the light I have placed within you. Let it shine in every corner of your life. Be the carrier of hope, the voice of kindness, the vessel of compassion. Let my love flow through you to touch the weary and the lost. Will you, my beloved, receive the miracle I hold in my hands? Will you trust my timing, even when it defies human logic? Will you declare, with unwavering faith, "Yes, Lord, I am ready"? I stand poised to release blessings beyond measure at the precise moment that will bring me the most glory and you the deepest fulfillment. All I ask is that you remain steadfast, grounded in the truth of my promises. Take my hand and let us walk forward together. Step into the abundant life I have prepared for you. Leave the details to me. Secure your heart in my truth and watch as breakthroughs unfold like blossoms kissed by the sun. My beloved, I am for you, not against you. I am with you, not distant from you. I have never abandoned you to face the storm alone. The story of your life is being woven with divine purpose. Rejoice, for the season of sorrow is fading, and the harvest is at hand. From the seeds of heartbreak, fields of blessing will rise. Stand in awe of my faithfulness, for I am the author and the finisher of all things. Lift your voice in a new song of thanksgiving. In the storm, proclaim my rescue. In calm waters, sing of my provision. In waiting, trust my divine plan. In receiving, declare my marvelous works. Let your heart be a sanctuary where my name is glorified in every season. You have walked through fire and flood, through moments of doubt and despair, yet you stand, resilient, radiant, and renewed. Your faith, forged in the crucible of hardship, now shines as a testament to my unchanging love. Let your life declare my goodness. Be the light in the darkness, the song in the silence, the reflection of my glory in a world hungry for hope. My beloved, your time of mourning is giving way to joy. The fields are ripe. The harvest is ready. Lift your eyes, for I am with you, and I will never fail. You have stood at the edge of dawn, where the first light kisses the earth, and there you glimpse the shadow of my goodness. Yet today, my beloved, I long to unveil a new horizon of my plans for you. A revelation so profound, it will anchor your faith, ignite your hope, and remind you that my hands, unshaken and eternal, hold you securely. I have seen the tears you shed in the solitude of your nights, where no human gaze could reach, and I have heard the unspoken sighs that echo in the quiet chambers of your soul. Even those fleeting, wordless cries that rise from the depths of your spirit have not gone unnoticed. Yes, my dear one, they have touched my heart, just as a father's heart is stirred by the softest whimper of his child. Do not doubt for a moment that I have leaned in to listen. Every tear that fell from your eyes, every sob whispered in the secrecy of your thoughts, I have gathered as precious gems, tokens of your journey. They have watered the seeds of faith planted within you, seeds that grow even now, unseen, pushing through the soil of adversity toward the light. Close your eyes, my child. Breathe deeply and let the burdens of the day fall away like leaves in autumn's wind. Think of the many ways I have been your refuge. Recall, if you can, the storms I have already calmed, the financial despair that threatened to drown you, the betrayal that cut so deep, the sickness that gripped you with fear. And yet here you stand, breathing, thinking, feeling my presence. Does this not testify to my power, my faithfulness? If I was your anchor then, will I not hold you steady now? Do not think that I, the creator of all that exists, am constrained by the circumstances that trouble you. No, I am boundless, and I have called you by name. When you reflect on the valleys you have walked, you will see that none of them were deep enough to bury you. You rose again, bearing wisdom forged in suffering and gratitude, cultivated in the stillness of midnight prayer. The pain you endured was never meant to crush you forever. It was permitted for a time, a season, to refine you, as gold is refined by fire. Even in moments when you stumbled, when your knees buckled under the weight, I was there lifting you, sustaining you. Remember, my cherished one, who you are to me. When the world overlooks you, when your talents are ignored, when your efforts are met with silence, I see you. I see every part of you, for I am the one who formed you in secret, weaving purpose into your being. I whispered into your spirit gifts that reflect my glory in ways no one else can replicate. There is no one like you, and there never will be. Your voice, your heart, your very existence. They are threads in the great tapestry I am weaving, and without you, the picture would be incomplete. Each morning, as you rise, I watch eagerly. I wait for your first thoughts, your first words, hoping for that fleeting moment when your heart turns to me. A simple "Thank you, Lord," or "I trust you," delights me more than all the treasures of the earth. These whispers of trust open the door for me to guide you through your day, to calm the storms in your mind and bring peace to your soul. When anxiety clouds your vision, I yearn for you to invite me into that place, for only I can speak calm into the chaos and light into the darkness. Even now, I sense the stirring in your spirit, a blend of longing and reverence. You yearn to know me more, to go deeper, to understand the mysteries of my will. This yearning, my beloved, is what I treasure most. A heart open to my shaping, pliable as clay in the hands of the potter. And oh, how I delight in molding you. With care, I refine you, layer by layer, shaping you into a reflection of my own character. Your individuality, your uniqueness, is not erased. It is refined, polished, and brought to its fullest brilliance. Your voice, your story, your presence, all are brushstrokes on the masterpiece of humanity. Masterpiece. My beloved child, before the foundations of the world were laid, I knew your name. Before time wove its intricate tapestry, before the stars were scattered like jewels across the heavens, I beheld you with infinite love. It is I who have ordained your steps, guiding you through valleys of shadow and peaks of radiance, bringing you to this very moment. So now pause. Let your heart be still before me. Incline your ear, for what I'm about to reveal is of great weight, a truth that reaches beyond the veil of the seen and into the eternal. Did you know, my beloved, that 2 of my mighty messengers have stood before my throne, speaking of you? They, radiant with my glory, bearing the authority of heaven, have been entrusted with a sacred charge, to guard you, to watch over you, not merely in body, but in the depths of your soul, where even you cannot always see. They walk beside you, unseen but unwavering, surrounding you as a fortress, shielding you from dangers you do not perceive. standing as sentinels against the adversary who prowls in the shadows. I know the weight you carry, the silent burdens you do not speak aloud. I see how you strive, pouring the fullness of your strength into your pursuits, seeking meaning, longing for fulfillment, yearning for purpose. Every sleepless night, every weary sigh, every tear that has slipped unnoticed into the darkness, I have seen them all. And yet, my child, do not let the toil of your hands overshadow the rest I long to give you. You have set many goals before you, believing that by your effort alone, you must bring them to pass. But have you forgotten? I, the Ancient of Days, have already woven the perfect design for your life. The path is not meant to be walked alone, nor is the burden meant to rest upon your shoulders alone. You strive, you press forward, but do not mistake toil for purpose. Your life is not measured merely by achievement, but by the depth of your walk with me. When I'm at the center, your struggles will not feel like an unending battle, but a journey of divine partnership. What is heavy in your hands, place into mine. What seems impossible to carry, let me bear it for you. I am the one who strengthens the weary, who lifts the fallen, who breathes life into dry bones. There are mysteries unseen, workings of my hand that you cannot yet perceive. But know this, there are forces at my command moving on your behalf, working in realms beyond sight, contending for your well-being. The angels who watch over you are not idle witnesses. They are warriors, sent forth in my name, wielding swords of light against the encroaching darkness. You are not forsaken, not even for a moment. My presence surrounds you like a shield. My messengers encamp around you as an impenetrable wall. When you feel abandoned, remember, you are never alone. 2 of my mighty ones stood before me, and their report was of you. They spoke of the burdens upon your soul, the weariness of your spirit, the battles both seen and unseen that have pressed upon you. They told of the enemy's schemes, subtle whispers of doubt, silent temptations that seek to unravel your faith, the entanglements that pull you away from my presence. The adversary does not always come with a roar. Sometimes he arrives as a whisper, a compromise, a thought that lingers too long. But hear me now, my child. He will not prevail. Do not fear. This is not a warning of despair, but a revelation of victory. For even as the enemy lays his snares, my angels are dismantling them. Even as darkness presses near, my light is breaking through. You are not defenseless, for I have clothed you with my power. I have filled you with my spirit, and I have surrounded you with an army that cannot be moved. When the enemy looks upon you, let him see that you are not standing alone. My presence is a fire around you. My warriors are your shield. And no force, no matter how great, can breach the stronghold I have built around you. Even now, as these words reach your heart, my angels are moving. They are not distant observers, but mighty protectors, standing guard over every breath you take, every path you walk, every battle you fight. They do more than deflect the arrows of the enemy. They go before you, clearing the way, making straight the path, ensuring that my purposes for you will not be hindered. So lift your eyes, my beloved. Do not be weighed down by fear, by striving, by the burdens of this world. You are held, you are protected, you are loved with a love that has no end. The night may seem long, but the dawn is already breaking. The battle may rage, but victory is already assured. Rest in me, trust in me, and know that I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Beloved, lift your weary eyes, for though they may not perceive, the unseen hosts of heaven stand beside you, their presence a fortress about your soul. They labor tirelessly in realms beyond mortal sight, warring against the darkness that seeks to encroach upon you. They are my messengers, My warriors, my flames of fire sent forth to shield you in the tempest, to uphold you when your strength wavers, to whisper hope when despair knocks at the threshold of your heart. Know this, my child, my angels do not merely guard your steps. They bear witness before my throne. They speak of you to me, not only of the vessel that houses your spirit, but of the very essence of your being. They recount your silent battles, your hidden tears, the burdens that weigh upon your soul like stones upon a weary traveler's back. They tell of the prayers that rise like incense, of the faith that flickers but does not fade, of the strength I have placed within you since the hour I first breathed life into you. Even when you stagger, even when you feel as though the light within you is but an ember, they declare to me the truth. I have made you resilient. I have made you mine, and you still stand. My angels are not silent sentinels. They are instruments of restoration. They move in the unseen, lifting the burdens that have long pressed upon your shoulders, breaking the chains that have bound your spirit in weariness. With hands unseen yet mighty, they strip away the exhaustion that has become your companion, exchanging it for the freedom I have ordained for you since eternity past. You were not formed from the dust to dwell in toil and heaviness, but to walk in the abundance of my peace, to be bathed in the light of my love. Hear me, my beloved, for I have sent my messengers to lead you to still waters, where your soul may find its rest. They go before you, preparing a sacred space where my voice will rise above the clamor of this fleeting world, where your spirit may drink deeply from the wellspring of my presence. They guide you to the streams of renewal, where weariness dissolves and joy is rekindled. You are not forgotten, nor shall you be left to fend for yourself in the wilderness of life. Every shadow that looms over you is met with the brilliance of my divine watchman, and every sorrow that seeks to entangle your heart is confronted by my command to set you free. Do you not know, my child, that I care not only for your soul, but for the vessel that carries it? Your body is not a mere shell, but a temple, a sacred dwelling for my spirit. It was not fashioned carelessly, nor was its purpose trivial. I formed you in wisdom, crafting each breath, each fiber, with divine intent. Within you, my presence longs to shine, radiating forth as a testimony to the beauty of my handiwork. You were never meant to be diminished by the weight of this world, but to stand in the fullness of life I have given you. Honor this temple I have entrusted to you. Let your hands not be quick to toil beyond their strength, nor your mind burdened with worries that I have called you to lay at my feet. Nourish yourself with what brings life. Rest as I have commanded, and let not the cares of this age erode the strength I have placed within you. For your labor is not merely your own, it is mine. You are my warrior, my vessel, my chosen one, and you must not let exhaustion steal the glory I desire to manifest through you. Every moment you honor this temple, you honor me. Even now my angels encircle you, charged with a sacred mission. Their protection is not passive, nor is their guidance weak. But hear this, my beloved. Though they stand guard, you must heed their whispers. Don't ignore the gentle urgings in your spirit, the quiet warnings that rise unbidden in your heart. My guidance comes not always as a thunderous decree, but often as a still, small voice. Be attentive, for in the moments you listen, you will walk in the fullness of the safety I have provided. Oh, my child, do not let the burdens of this world make you forget who you are. You are not merely flesh bound by time. You are an eternal vessel, a bearer of my light. Within you, my spirit resides, and no darkness can extinguish what I have placed within you. The trials of this world may seek to weary you, but they cannot overcome you, for I am with you. Open your heart, and let me renew you. Let me strengthen this temple daily until it shines ever brighter with my presence. I see your exhaustion. I hear the cries that words cannot express. I know the weight you carry, the battles that have left you breathless, the longing for respite. And so I tell you, look up, my beloved, and see. You are not alone. Even now, my angels stand as an impenetrable shield about you, waging war on your behalf, pushing back every force that seeks to weaken you. They are not idle. They move at my command, guarding, restoring, and preparing the way before you. Lift your eyes, my child, and know, my love is unshaken, my presence is unwavering, and you will never, not for a single moment, be abandoned. I have seen the battles you have fought, the struggles that no one else has witnessed, the silent wars that have waged within your soul. Do you not know that I, the Lord of hosts, have gone before you? That I have commanded my heavenly armies to clear your path, to shield you from unseen dangers, and to cradle you in the refuge of my everlasting arms? I behold your weariness, the weight upon your shoulders, the deep sighs you release when no one is watching. But I also see the fire that still burns within you, the divine spark I placed in your spirit before the foundations of the world were laid. You may feel as though your strength is dwindling, but I am the source that never runs dry. My power is infinite, my love unyielding. When you falter, I send forth my angels, just as I did for Daniel in the lion's den, just as I did for my son in the garden of sorrow, to lift you up, to sustain you, to remind you that you are never alone. Raise your eyes, my beloved, for I am near. Every moment of your journey I am working in ways you cannot yet perceive. I do not merely watch over you, I renew you. I restore your weary frame. I pour fresh oil upon your soul. When you feel weak, drink deeply from my presence, and I will fill you with a strength that no storm can shake, a power that no trial can extinguish. My angels are not only guardians, they are messengers of my peace. When your heart is troubled, they whisper my words of comfort, reminding you that I have already borne the burden you fear. They encircle you with unseen wings, shielding you from despair, guiding you to the quiet waters of my rest. Will you not trust me, my beloved? Will you not surrender your fears and let me be the keeper of your soul? If sickness afflicts you, if your body falters under the weight of affliction, do not let your heart be troubled. For I am the great healer, the one who holds power over life itself. No infirmity is beyond my reach, no pain beyond my touch. Even in your suffering I am at work, shaping you, refining you, drawing you closer to me. Trust that my hand is upon you, that my timing is perfect, and that my purposes will never fail. I do not promise a life without trials, but I do promise that no trial will overcome you. You will never walk through the valley alone. Honor the temple I have given you, this body, crafted with divine wisdom, formed in my own image. Let it be a vessel through which my glory shines. Care for it not in vanity, but as an offering of gratitude to the one who has fashioned you with love. Choose life, my child, in what you eat, in what you dwell upon, in the words you speak. Let them be filled with light, not darkness. Rest when you are weary. Do not let the burdens of this world steal the strength you need to fulfill the purpose I have set before you. And do you not know? The angels I have stationed around you do not only guard your body, they also behold the beauty of your spirit. They tell me of your faith, your steadfast heart, your unwavering devotion. You are not as weak as you sometimes believe, my beloved. The courage that dwells within you does not come from yourself, but from the wellspring of my spirit. You press on, not because you see the full path ahead, but because you trust that I am the one leading you. Even when doubt creeps into your heart, even when the world speaks words of discouragement, you remain steadfast in my truth. And I delight in you, my child. I rejoice over your faithfulness. Though you may not always see what I am doing, know this: I go before you. I prepare the way, and I weave all things together for your good. You have laid your dreams before me, the unspoken hopes, the longings hidden deep within your soul. You have whispered prayers that no one else has heard, carried burdens too heavy to bear alone. But my child, nothing is concealed from my sight. I know every tear you have shed, every anxious thought that has crossed your mind. And I say to you now, do not be afraid, for I am working in ways beyond your understanding. In time, you will see what I have been weaving in the unseen places. You will understand why certain doors closed, why some seasons felt barren, why the waiting felt so long. Trust me, beloved, I have not forgotten you. I am not slow to act, but precise. When the appointed time comes, my hand will move, and nothing shall stand against what I have prepared for you. Be still, and know that I am God. Let my peace flood your soul. Let my presence be your resting place. For the day is coming when you will look back and see my faithfulness written in every page of your story. You will see that I was always near, always leading, always carrying you when your strength had failed. I see you, my beloved, and my heart is moved with a love that spans eternity. My gaze never leaves you, not for a moment, and in you I behold something more precious than the rarest gold, more radiant than the morning sun upon the waters. I see your steadfast heart, unyielding in faith, unwavering in devotion, even when the tempests of life rise against you. Though the world calls to you with its fleeting pleasures, though temptations whisper with honeyed voices, you have not turned away. You have chosen to stand firm upon the path I have set before you, though the road is steep, though shadows seek to obscure your way. Oh, how my heart rejoices to see your faithfulness, to witness your spirit like a burning flame, refusing to be extinguished by the winds of doubt. I see the secret battles waged within you, the silent moments where you wrestle with the desires of your own heart, where the weight of weariness presses upon your soul. I see when you are torn between the easy road and the righteous path, between your will and mine. And yet, even in the valley of decision, you choose me. You choose holiness over convenience, truth over deception, light over darkness. You turn away from the empty promises that the world so freely offers, knowing that they are but mirages that fade with the dawn. Oh, my child, you are a living testament, a witness before heaven and earth that my power is at work within you. Every moment you resist the call of sin, every time you hold fast to my word instead of the fleeting comforts of this world, you glorify my name. Do not think I am blind to your struggles, that I do not see the burdens you carry in the secret chambers of your heart. I know the nights when you cry out to me, wondering if you have the strength to take another step. I see the weariness in your soul, the longing in your spirit, for rest, for a reprieve from the battle. But my beloved, listen closely. I am not disappointed in you, not for a single moment. On the contrary, I take great delight in your perseverance, in the way you grasp hold of my promises, even when they seem distant. Oh, how proud I am to see you press on, to see you walk by faith when the path is veiled in mist. You are never alone, for I walk beside you, and my angels go before you, clearing the way. They sing of your faithfulness in the courts of heaven, rejoicing over your victories, celebrating each step you take in my light. Take heart, my child, for you are not merely enduring, you are conquering. The trials you face are not signs of my absence, but proof of my refining fire, shaping you into something glorious, something eternal. You are being prepared, not abandoned. Every hardship has been measured, every delay ordained, not to break you, but to strengthen you. to prepare you for the outpouring of blessings that even now are drawing near. Oh, do you not perceive it? The doors that once stood shut before you, the paths that seemed blocked, are about to be flung wide open. The obstacles that loomed like mountains will crumble before my mighty hand. What seemed impossible is about to be made possible by the power of my word. The delays were not denials. The waiting was not in vain. I've been working in the unseen, aligning every detail, setting every piece in place so that when my blessings arrive, they will not simply meet your needs, but overflow beyond your wildest dreams. My child, what you thought was lost will be restored. The dreams you believed had faded into nothingness will be reborn with new life. The years of sorrow, of toil, of longing will be but a memory as my joy floods your soul like the rising sun after a long and weary night. Rejoice, for the season of restoration is upon you. I have seen your faithfulness. I have heard your prayers, and I am moving with power on your behalf. No longer will you wander in uncertainty, for I am making your path straight. No longer will your heart be heavy with longing, for I am filling it with a joy that cannot be shaken. Lift up your eyes, my beloved, for the dawn is breaking. What you have waited for is at hand. My promises are sure, my word unshakable, my love for you unrelenting. Oh, sing, my child. Sing of my goodness, for you are stepping into a new season, a season of peace, of abundance, of joy in my presence. Your faithfulness has not gone unseen. Your tears have not been forgotten. Every sacrifice, every moment of trust, every silent prayer has been gathered like precious incense before my throne. And now I am pouring out blessings upon you, not just for your own heart's delight, but as a testimony to the world that I am the Lord, the faithful one, the keeper of promises. So arise, my beloved, and walk forward with boldness. The wilderness is behind you. The promised land lies ahead. Do not shrink back in fear, for I am with you. Do not doubt my hand, for I am moving even now. Your story is not one of defeat, but of victory. Your journey is not one of wandering, but of divine purpose. You are my chosen one, my delight, my beloved child. And I will never leave you nor forsake you. Lift your head, for the heavens are opening, and my blessings are about to rain down upon your life. Prepare your heart, for the breakthrough you have longed for is near, closer than you can imagine. Let faith arise, let hope be renewed, for I, the Lord your God, am faithful to complete the good work I've begun in you. My beloved, do you not know? Have you not heard? I am not the giver of fleeting gifts, nor the bestower of momentary joys. I am the Lord of eternity, the one who sets stars in the heavens and calls them by name, and I have prepared for you treasures that neither time nor tempest can take away. Lift your eyes, my child, for I am moving, working, shaping the unseen. The hour of fulfillment draws near, and the dawn of your long-awaited breakthrough is at hand. The heavens stir with the sound of my purpose unfolding, and though my hand moves in silence, its power is mighty beyond measure. You will see with your own eyes that what I bring to pass is not the fruit of your labor, but the undeniable testament of my boundless love and sovereign will. Do not despair in the waiting, for I, the Lord who has promised, am faithful beyond all doubt. Trust in me with a heart unshaken, for the blessings I have stored up for you shall come in overflowing measure, the kind that only I can give, the kind that satisfies beyond the hunger of this world. I see the questions that rise in your soul, the longing for answers, the yearning to comprehend my ways. You seek to trace my footsteps, to understand the path I have set before you. But I am not merely the architect of creation. I am he whose wisdom is higher than the heavens, whose plans stretch beyond the horizon of human thought. What I am weaving in your life is greater than what you can fathom, and though the pieces seem scattered now, in my perfect time, you will see the masterpiece I have been forming all along. So, take heart, my child, and let your faith ascend like the morning sun. Trust not in the need to understand, but in my unwavering goodness. Faith is not the seeing of all things, but the deep and abiding confidence that I am always working for your good. Do not weary yourself with the weight of control, for that burden does not rest upon your shoulders, but upon mine. When you seek to grasp every outcome, to dictate the course of your journey, you will find yourself entangled in fear and weariness. But when you release all into my hands, surrendering every hope, every uncertainty, every longing, you will find a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace this world cannot steal, a peace that anchors the soul in the midst of every storm. Do not be troubled when clarity does not come swiftly, for I do not always reveal my purposes at once. There are times I lead you through the shadowed valley, not to leave you abandoned, but to teach you the depth of trust. It is in these moments when the way is unclear that faith is refined like gold in the fire, purified and strengthened beyond measure. Hold fast to this truth. I do not ask you to comprehend all things, but to trust in me with all your heart. Let your trust be as an unshaken fortress, a light that does not flicker in the winds of uncertainty. When you walk by faith, you are no longer bound by the need to see, for you rest in the assurance that I am with you, always, eternally, unfailingly. Know this, beloved, I am not a distant God who watches from afar, but the one who walks beside you, shaping each moment, working all things together for your good. The trials you face are not the end of your story, but the chisels in my hands, sculpting you into the person I have ordained you to be. Every hardship, every tear, every unanswered question is but a thread in the great tapestry I am weaving for your life. What seems like brokenness is but the refining fire, burning away all that is lesser, leaving behind only the purity of my design. Do not despise these trials, for they are not weights meant to crush you, but tools meant to strengthen you, to make you steadfast, unshakable, and radiant with my presence. Radiant. And when the time comes, when the appointed hour of fulfillment arrives, you will step forth, not as one bewildered by hardship, but as one strengthened by it. You will see with new eyes, walk with renewed confidence, and stand firm in the destiny I have prepared for you. What you once feared, you could not endure, will become a song of victory, a testimony of my faithfulness written upon your very soul. Every battle you have faced, every night of wrestling, every whispered prayer in the darkness has been a seed planted in the soil of eternity, waiting to bloom into a harvest of glory. So fear not, my child. I am working even now. You are not forgotten, nor forsaken. I am the author of your story, and I do not pen tragedies without redemption. When you emerge from these trials, you will not be the same. You will be stronger, wiser, and filled with a faith unshaken. Your heart will no longer carry the weight of fear, but the radiance of one who has walked with me and seen my goodness unfold. Stand firm, for I am with you, now and forevermore. I see you. I see the weight upon your shoulders, the weariness that lingers in your every breath, the silent battles fought in the hidden chambers of your heart. I see how the world presses upon you, how the cares of life try to drain the strength from your soul, how even the light within you flickers when the winds of despair blow cold. But hear me, my beloved, you are not alone. You have never been alone, and you will never be forsaken. Come to me. Come as you are, wounded, weary, burdened beyond what words can express. Lay down your sorrows upon my altar. Let me lift the yoke from your shoulders. In my embrace you will find refuge that cannot be shaken, peace that cannot be stolen, and a love that never fades. Let my light seep into the depths of your soul, where the wounds are deepest, where the scars of life have been etched. I am the balm that soothes, the hand that heals, the fountain that never runs dry. Even now I have sent forth my angels, not merely to stand watch, but to uplift you. They encircle you as warriors of light, their presence unseen but unwavering. They whisper my words into your spirit, reminding you that your labor is not in vain, that every tear, every struggle, every unseen act of faith has been noted in the courts of heaven. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are cherished beyond measure. Do you know how I have commanded my heavenly host concerning you? My angels carry the assurance of your calling, the confirmation of your steps. They have witnessed your perseverance, the silent endurance of your soul when the darkness sought to overtake you. They have seen the quiet prayers, the whispered cries when no one else was near. And they have reported to me, your faith has moved heaven. So lift up your head, my beloved. The gates of eternity have taken notice of you. The story you are writing with your life is not one of defeat, but of triumph. It is a testament of faithfulness, a melody of resilience that echoes through the heavens. You do not walk alone, for my angelic army marches beside you, their swords drawn, their presence steadfast. They are shielding you from dangers unseen, waging battles on your behalf in the realms beyond your sight. Do you remember my servant Daniel? In the days when darkness threatened to consume my people, I sent forth Michael, the great prince of war, to stand guard over those I love. And just as he fought then, he fights for you now. My angelic host does not belong to an age long past. They move in your midst today, surrounding you with the same might that has defended my children for generations. Recall also my faithful prophet Elijah, how he too once grew weary beneath the weight of his journey. Beneath the broom tree, he cried out for release, for an end to his burdens. But I did not leave him there. I sent my angel to touch him, to bid him rise, to place in his hands the bread of heaven and the water of renewal. And so it is with you, my beloved. In your weariness, I send forth my messengers. They come not only to strengthen your body, but to revive your spirit, to remind you that your journey is not ending. It is only beginning. You must know this deep within your soul. My angels are not bound to the pages of Scripture, nor are they confined to the stories of old. They move now, unseen but ever present, sent forth at my command. They are the watchmen upon the walls of your life, the warriors in the unseen battle, the silent companions on the path I have set before you. When you pray, when you seek, when you cry out to me, they are the swift messengers carrying my answers, delivering my strength. Think of Elisha's servant, blinded by fear as an army of enemies closed in. But when Elisha prayed, his eyes were opened, and he saw the mountains ablaze with chariots of fire, an angelic host encamped around them. So too, my child, are you surrounded. The forces that march beside you are greater than those that rise against you. No shadow can stand where my light prevails. No weapon can prosper against those whom I call my own. So trust in me, my beloved. Know that every angel I send bears my authority, my power, my boundless love. They come not only to protect, but to strengthen, to guide, to remind you that heaven itself watches over you. They are my hands extended, my voice speaking in the quiet, my unfailing presence made manifest. Walk forward, my beloved. Walk with courage, with faith unshaken, for the heavens are open over you, the hosts of angels surround you, and I, your God, am with you now and forever. Behold, my child, the watchers of heaven walk beside you. Before time was woven into the fabric of existence, I appointed my holy ones, the guardians of my will, to watch over you with ceaseless devotion. They do not merely stand in the shadows, indifferent to your struggles. nor do they observe from a distance like silent stars in the night sky. No, they walk beside you, unseen but ever near, their presence like a whisper upon the wind, their vigilance unfailing. With eyes that never close, and hearts that burn with the fire of divine purpose, they guard your every step, shielding you from the snares laid in secret, from dangers unseen and perils unknown. When the adversary schemes in darkness, setting traps to ensnare your soul, my warriors stand as an unbreakable wall, driving back the tide of evil before it can reach you. You may not always perceive their hands at work, for their movements are swifter than the blink of an eye, their interventions woven into the very breath of time. The enemy plots in the cover of night, but my angels move in the brilliance of celestial light, dispelling every shadow before it can overtake you. What harm could touch you when my messengers encircle you like a fortress built by my own hand? Do you not remember how I sent my angel to the den of lions, bidding their ravenous jaws to close, so that my servant Daniel remained unharmed? Daniel 6:22. Just as I was with him in that perilous hour, so too do I command my host to encompass you, to stand between you and the terrors that lurk beyond your sight. They are with you even now, their swords aflame with my justice, their wings stretched wide to shelter you beneath their shadow. With each passing day, they walk the unseen path beside you, building barriers no enemy can breach, raising shields against the arrows loosed in malice. But hear this, beloved child, my angels are more than warriors. They are bearers of divine mysteries, messengers of my heart. They ascend and descend like the ladder Jacob beheld, their voices carrying the secret prayers you have uttered in trembling faith, the silent cries of your soul, the tears shed in the solitude of night. They do not simply witness your battles. They report every act of faithfulness to my throne. They speak of your perseverance, of the moments when your spirit refuses to bend beneath the weight of trial, of how you resist the tempter's voice and press forward upon the path I have ordained for you. Know this: each time they return to me, bearing the testimony of your endurance, my heart swells with joy. Every unseen effort, every quiet obedience, every step taken in trust, I see it all, and I remember. Not a single sacrifice is forgotten. Not a single moment of faith is overlooked. And in the appointed time, when the heavens open and the veil is lifted, you will behold the fullness of my reward, a blessing so vast it will eclipse the pain of every trial. My child, rest in the certainty that no force of darkness can touch you when you take refuge in me. My angels are not only your sentinels, but your guides. When you stand at the crossroads of uncertainty, they illuminate the way. When the road ahead is veiled in mist, they whisper my truth into your heart. Their presence is a silent hymn of assurance, a living testament that you are never alone. Walk then with steadfastness. Let your soul be unshaken, for my army surrounds you, moving with purpose, working in perfect harmony with my will. Every act they undertake is a reflection of my love, my sheltering embrace, my endless provision. You do not walk in darkness, for their light goes before you. You do not journey in solitude, for they are ever near. With hands unseen, they strengthen your spirit. With wings outstretched, they bear you up when your strength fails. They labor so that you may fulfill your calling, not feebly, not in weariness, but in strength, in victory and radiant glory. Obedience is not a burden, but the doorway to freedom. It is the bridge between faith and fulfillment, between longing and the joy of my presence. To walk in my ways is to dwell in light. To trust in my voice is to know peace unshaken by the storms of this world. So listen, my child. Listen with the ears of your spirit, with the depth of your soul. Let my words, spoken through heavenly lips, become the very breath of your being. Let them transform your heart, renew your mind, and draw you into the embrace of the one who has loved you from everlasting to everlasting. For I am with you. I am always with you. My love will not fail, my purpose will not waver, and my hand will not cease to guide you home. O beloved soul, lift your eyes beyond the veil of the seen, for I am calling you into realms your heart has not yet dared to dream. The path before you is not for your footsteps alone, nor are the treasures of wisdom I bestow meant to be hidden within the chambers of your soul. No, my child, I have poured my love into you, that through you its radiance may reach the weary, the broken, and those who wander in the shadows. You are not merely a vessel to receive, but a beacon to pour forth, that my light may pierce even the deepest night. Come now, and let your spirit be awakened to the greater purpose set before you. The journey I have ordained is not only about reaching the promises I have spoken over your life, but about drawing ever nearer to me, the one who called you before the foundations of the earth were laid. In the whisper of the wind, in the hush of the morning light, I am with you. I am the fire that refines, the hand that upholds, and the love that never falters. Let your soul rise in gratitude, not only for what your eyes can behold, but for the unseen work of my hands, shaping, molding, preparing you for a glory beyond imagining. Your faithfulness, your obedience, your surrender, these are not mere offerings laid upon the altar, but a testimony written upon the heavens, declaring the unfailing power of my love. O my beloved, come before me now. Let the cry of your heart ascend like incense before my throne. Lord my God, my refuge and delight, I lift my voice to you. In the wilderness of my weakness, you are my strength. In the tempest of my doubts, you are my anchor. I bless you for the messengers you have sent, for those whose words and presence remind me that I am never alone. O Lord, grant me eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart soft to receive the wisdom you so graciously pour out. Refine me, Lord. Burn away my fear, my hesitation, my longing to understand before I trust. Teach me the beauty of surrender, the joy of yielding to your perfect will. Let my life be a song of devotion, my every breath an offering of love. Fill me with your peace, a peace that no storm can steal. Anchor my soul in the eternal hope that only you can give. And when trials come, oh, let me not shrink back, but stand firm in the fire, knowing that every hardship is but a step closer to your heart. Let me love as you love, give as you give, shine as you shine. For I am yours, Lord, now and forever. Lead me onward, deeper into the radiance of your glory, until my soul finds its home in you. In the name of Jesus, my Savior, my King, amen.